One of my favorite things about traveling in Britain, particularly when staying at a hotel or B&B, is getting to have a full English breakfast. I love breakfast. It's my favorite meal of the day. This video is not going to be a full essay on full English breakfasts. For that report, please see my English breakfast video in the Britain Love Stories series. In it, I explain the difference between British and American bacon, all the elements of a typical full British breakfast, and share my favorite breakfasts. But today's video is a special taste test, a breakfast review, a battle, as it were, for superiority between all the breakfasts we were served on our September 2020 trip to Britain. We will feature 4 different places and their breakfasts in this video. So let's get to it, the Battle of the Breakfasts. Be sure to stay till the end to hear which breakfast I declare is the winner, which nasty food item I try for the second time, and which very popular British food item I try for the first time. We begin with the first hotel stay in our trip in Tavistock, Devon, at the Tavistock House Hotel. We have shown the outside and inside of this hotel in previous videos, and we love this place. The location is great and the owners are amazing. Normally, breakfast here is served in a dining room with a delicious array of fresh fruit, yogurt, and cereal on a buffet, followed by a scrumptious made-to-order cooked breakfast. But since our visit was during COVID guidelines, the dining area was closed and breakfast was delivered to our room. They brought this tray to our room, and I love how all the fresh fruit has been put in its containers and yogurt. We've got some lovely warm croissant and pain au chocolat, which smell so delicious. And grapefruit juice, but seriously, this is the little butter dish that I talked about in a previous video, falling in love with. This is the one that made me order some for my own flat. And Nutella for my chocoholic husband. One risk of being a YouTuber is offending people or making them feel self-conscious. Case in point. On this controversial video about British things I dislike, I made a fuss about how I don't like cold toast and how I think toast racks are awful because the nice hot toast goes immediately cold. Well then, my delicious breakfast at Tavistock House Hotel shows up like this, with napkins wrapped around the toast to keep it warm. I was really worried that Brad, the owner, had watched my silly video and I had made him paranoid. Just to be safe, we ordered croissants after that, and they were warm and delicious, so it was a win-win. The next breakfasts to discuss are the ones we had during our trip to Lynton and Lynton, Devon. We stayed in 2 hotels. First was Northwalk House. I have already shared details on the perfect hiking location and picturesque views this hotel offers. Now let's talk about the breakfasts they served us. First, we were served organic juices and fresh fruit. We adore fruit, so we were chuffed to see such lovely fruit placed before us. Ian's breakfast was what the owners call an aga egg. A quick explanation for American viewers. An aga is the name of the British oven stove appliance that is very traditional, very expensive, but amazing. The one in Northwalk House B&B is believed to be from around 1940. This aga egg is sort of like a little egg casserole, where the raw egg is placed over a bed of grilled bacon and mushrooms which were cooked in butter. Then it's covered with a little double cream and baked in a water bath in a hot oven. Ian really enjoyed this dish with his toast soldiers to dip in it. If you don't know what toast soldiers are, I have a video for you to watch in which Ian does a little demonstration. Question for you. Would you rather go for a breakfast like this or stick with a traditional English fry-up? My breakfast included grapefruit juice, fresh berries, toast, beans, fried egg, bacon, mushrooms, and tomatoes. Which of these items would you not want on your breakfast plate? And what is missing that you would have wanted to join this meal? I loved this breakfast and give it an enthusiastic thumbs up. Speaking of which, let me recommend that now would be a great time to smash that like button if you haven't already.
The other place we stayed in Lynton was the North Cliff Hotel. In the Lynton and Lynmouth video, we share the ideal location next to the Cliff Railway and the stunning sea views. Let's talk breakfast now. Here is the menu we ordered from for our breakfast. I definitely give them praise for offering a vegetarian option. That's great. And while I do commend them for offering both wholemeal, I say that in quotes, and white toast, the toast was not real wholemeal, granary, whole grain toast like we had at the last hotel. And it showed up in this toast rack a good 20 minutes before the rest of our meal. The cooked breakfast portion showed up. So you know what this meant for me. Cold toast. Yep, not my favorite. Here's the cooked breakfast I had my first day in that hotel. It had the basic elements of a traditional breakfast of the vegetarian variety. It also included hash browns. Tell me in the comments, what is your opinion of hash browns in a full English? Travesty or yummy addition? The sausage looks weird because it was vegetarian, and it was rather disappointing, a bit dry and flavorless. The tomatoes and mushrooms were a bit undercooked for my taste, and I would have preferred them to be more browned. The beans and eggs and hash browns were fine, but to be brutally honest, I would kind of describe the breakfast as a bit mass-produced in how it appeared and tasted, more like eating at a Little Chef than a B&B. To be fair, this was a large hotel and they were serving many guests at once. Therefore, we didn't have the personalized service we had enjoyed at the other hotel in Lynton. And I would definitely stay at this hotel again because the hotel itself and the staff were amazing. On our second day in this hotel, I took the opportunity at breakfast to try something I had really been wanting to try. HP sauce, also called brown sauce in Britain. It gets its name from the Houses of Parliament, hence the image of Parliament and the iconic Elizabeth Tower on the label. This unique condiment is not exactly like anything in the US. It's a bit like an A1 steak sauce, but quite different. Brits love to eat it on various things, including chips, sandwiches, and the like, and it is a popular breakfast condiment. So I was excited to try it out. I was in the dining area with loads of other diners, so to avoid being an obnoxious, loud American YouTuber, I had Ian film my little taste test with no talking. Notice how I switch hands with my cutlery and try to eat like a Brit, putting the food on my fork and into my mouth using my left hand. Here is my review in mime. I liked the HP sauce a lot. My favorite way to eat it was on scrambled eggs and on the hash browns. The savory and sweet tomatoey vinegary taste profile was a nice compliment. Before I tell you about the final breakfast in our competition, let's review the results of the MOT breakfast survey I recently did on my channel. I thought it would be fun to see what breakfast items the members of the tribe dislike the most. I would have liked to have had more than 5 options, but that was all YouTube gave me. In my opinion, eggs and bacon are non-negotiable, well, except if you're vegan, so I didn't bother listing them. Now, I have been scolded for including haggis in this list, because it is considered a Scottish breakfast item, not strictly traditional English. However, in this video I filmed at the wonderful Gloucester Services Cafe along the motorway in Gloucestershire, please note the appearance of both haggis and black pudding in the hot breakfast items on offer. So that is proof that some people in England have haggis for brekkie. I promised in my Weird British Foods video that I would not only try a food before declaring I didn't like it, I would also be willing to try it again. You know, like I did in my famous Marmite video. So on this trip, I decided that if there was a nice hotel I was staying at that used locally sourced high-quality black pudding, I would try it again. I had my chance in Dunster. Here is where we stayed in the lovely historic town of Dunster, Somerset. The Dunster Castle Hotel, which was in fact not far from the castle. Watch for a video next week where we show you the charming town of Dunster, our amazing hotel room, and the beautiful castle. Breakfasts here are made to order and very customized. As soon as we sat down at the table, I knew I was going to like this place. The thing on the table, which at first looked like a bell you'd ring at the front desk, was actually a charming butter dish. I'm a sucker for a cute butter dish, and this little silver dome hiding the block of butter on a lovely slab of slate was full of character. Ian chose to order the Eggs Royale, which was an Eggs Benedict variant made with smoked salmon. It looked amazing.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good. It's delicious.
I opted for a full English fry-up, which had the bacon, egg, proper English banger sausage, beans, grilled tomato, lovely portobello mushrooms, a wee little hash brown, and this. Some high-quality, locally sourced black pudding. I was brave. So I'm having a full English breakfast this morning at this nice hotel we're staying, the Dunster Castle Hotel, and they did a lovely full English breakfast. And I just have to tell you, I said it would be open-minded, and I'm going to try this black pudding. I've had it before, and I expected it, I forgot what it tasted like, the texture is very strange. I thought it would be more like a sausage, but it's almost kind of bready. It's okay. It's not horrible, and I respect all of you who love it, but I'm not sure that I would voluntarily eat it again. Thankfully, everything else on the plate was expertly prepared and delicious. One last thing before I tell you which breakfast I declare the winner of this breakfast battle. Tell me in the comments, which delicious things have I missed that you think I should try in an English breakfast on my next trip? Kippers? Maybe white pudding, hog's pudding? English muffins? Crumpets? Fried bread? I do plan to visit Scotland, and you have my promise I will do my best to have both haggis and tattie scones, and report back to my loyal members of the MOT. Who knows, I might even try laverbread in Wales. Also, please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss upcoming travel vlogs and food videos, as well as a fun British versus American culture video series which is starting next week. And now, the winner is... I declare the breakfast battle winner of our 2020 trip to be Walk House B&B in Lynton. It was not the only delicious breakfast we had, but I do think it was the very best of the best. Thanks for joining me for this chat about breakfasts. I appreciate your support of my channel. Until next time, do something good in the world today.